マーク、昨年、11月以来の再会をとっても嬉しく思っております。首相はかつて東京に駐在されていたと伺っておりますので、心よりお帰りなさいと、申し上げたいです。日本とカナダは自由、民主主義、法の支配といった基本的な価値観を、共有しており、自由で開かれたインド太平洋、FOIP をともに推進する、最も重要な戦略的パートナーの一つでございます。今、厳しさを増している安全保障環境、それからエネルギー、重要鉱物や食料分野などの経済安全保障上の重要性の高まりといった現下の国際情勢に鑑みまして、日本とカナダの関係の重要性はこれまでにないほど高まっていると考えております。で、2028年は、この外交関係樹立100周年でございます。ここを見据えながら、本日は日本とカナダの関係のさらなる発展の方向性や、また現下のインド太平洋の情勢やイラン情勢を含む国際情勢など、幅広い議論を行いたいと思っております。Please.
Prime Minister, arigato gozaimashita. Thank you very much for welcoming me and my delegation here to Japan on a Friday evening. That alone underscores the depth of our friendship and relationship that you would make the time. It is a distinct honor to be here with you. Et laissez-moi vous féliciter pour votre victoire éclatante, for your extraordinary victory. Let me congratulate you for that, and also for your leadership here in Japan, in the Indo-Pacific region, and throughout the world. Your strength, ambition, and focus are examples for Canada to follow, and I intend to follow your example. You're bolstering your capacities in critical minerals, in semiconductors, and defense, many of the same sectors that Canada is reinforcing, because I believe we both know, as you just mentioned, the importance of economic security for the security of our peoples, because the world is at a turning point. We see the manifestations in the Middle East, we see it elsewhere. And in this changing security and economic environment, Canada and Japan, with our meeting today, are deepening our long-standing partnership. We're intensifying defense and security cooperation, from information sharing to joint exercises in the Indo-Pacific, so that we can do more faster and protect our citizens. And importantly, we're building our strategic economic capacity in critical minerals, in energy, and in areas such as aerospace and artificial intelligence. And of course, most fundamentally, our partnership is built on very strong foundations: trade and investment. Japan is one of Canada's largest investors. We can do much more there. We have long-standing security cooperation. We have deep cultural ties, as you just referenced, Prime Minister. In 22 months, we will be able to celebrate the centenary of our diplomatic relationship. Prime Minister, as you have exemplified, it is the strength of values, but also the value of strength that brings true security and prosperity to our nations. And it's that strength through partnership that we will further today. Thank you very much. Arigato gozaimashita.
ただいまから日華共同声明署名式を執り行います。署名者は高市内閣総理大臣とカーニー首相です。ご着席ください。We will now begin the signing ceremony for the Japan-Canada joint statement. The signatories are Prime Minister Takaichi and Prime Minister Carney. Please be seated. ではこれより署名を行います。高市総理、カーニー首相、ご署名をお願いいたします。We will now begin the signing. Prime Minister Takaichi and Prime Minister Carney, please sign. 両首脳はご起立の上、文書の交換をお願いいたします。I would like to ask both Prime Ministers to please stand and then exchange documents.
Okay.
高市総理、カーニー首相、どうもありがとうございました。以上をもちまして署名式を終了いたします。続いて共同記者発表に移らせていただきます。Thank you very much, Prime Minister 高市 and Prime Minister カーニー。The signing ceremony has now concluded. We will now move on to the joint press announcement.
それではカナダの、マーク・カーニー首相の来日を、日本政府および、日本国民を代表し心から、歓迎します。カナダは自由で開かれたインド太平洋の推進を共に担う同志国でございます。この度のマークのインド、豪州、日本の歴訪は、マークのインド太平洋重視の表れでありまして心強く思っております。またカナダは私自身が強力に推し進めている経済安全保障分野での連携においても重要なパートナーです。先ほどの会談にてマークと私は日本とカナダの関係を包括的戦略的パートナーシップという新たな高みに引き上げることで一致しました。これは質実ともに備えたものに育て上げてまいります。またマークとともに日カナダ首脳共同声明に署名をしました。この共同声明は日カナダ関係が進むべき戦略的方向性を包括的に定めた初の首脳文書です。今後、この共同文書を道しるべとして、日本、カナダ間の協力の歩みをマークとともに力強く進めていきます。今回の訪日の機会に一致した日本、カナダ間の具体的な協力をご紹介します。安全保障分野では、これまで情報保護協定や防衛装備品、技術移転協定などの法的基盤が整備されてきました。これらを生かして共同演習のさらなる拡充など安全保障協力を一層強化させることで一致しました。強靭なインド太平洋の構築への貢献となるでしょう。またサイバー政策に関する協議を立ち上げることで一致しました。さらに今般署名された海外における自国民保護に関する日カナダ協力覚書を踏まえて平時からの情報共有や緊急時における相互協力を一層強化することで一致しました。カナダとは違法漁業や瀬取り対策など海洋安全保障に資する協力も深まっています。今般海洋協力に関する3つの協力覚書が署名されたことを歓迎します。次に経済についてでございます。カナダの豊富な資源と日本の技術力は相互補完的な関係にあり、両国企業が参画する具体的プロジェクトが進展しています。例えば昨年は日本のエネルギー安全保障に大きな意義を持つ LNG カナダの生産が始まり、G7 初となる小型モジュール炉の建設がオンタリオ州で始まりました。また黒鉛など重要鉱物に関するプロジェクトも動いています。本日マークとの間でこうした具体的な成功事例をさらに増やしていくことで一致しました。今後双方向の投資が拡大しビジネス交流がさらに進展するようマークとともに後押しをしていきます。また今回新たに経済安全保障対話の立ち上げを合意した、ということを喜ばしく思っております。カナダとはあらゆる機会を捉え AI 量子を含む先端技術分野での協力や、重要鉱物サプライチェーンの強靭化など、具体的な取り組みを推進していきます。再来年の2028年、日カナダは外交関係開設100周年を迎えます。本日から始まる包括的戦略的パートナーシップのもと、マークと手を携えて、この歴史的節目に向けて、日本、カナダの関係を新たな章を、切り開いていきたい、このように思っております。この後夕食を挟みながら、マークとの間でインド太平洋や現下のイラン情勢を含む、国際情勢などについて議論をします。この厳しい国際情勢の局面の中、マークの訪問、そしてマークとの議論は大変意義あるものです。マーク、改めてありがとう。Thank you so much.
続きましてカーニー首相お願いいたします。
Thank you very much, Prime Minister Takaichi, for your gracious hospitality and for your leadership. It is my great pleasure to return to Tokyo. It's an honor to return for these meetings. The first bilateral visit by a Canadian Prime Minister to Japan in 10 years. 今日はTakaichi Sori Daichin, I'm not finished yet. Sori Daichin to aite orishiku omoimasu. Nika kanke ga masumasu choko naru kyoto o nagatte imasu. That's arigatou gozaimasu. As I said, gracious hospitality. Thank you, Sane. I would like to begin by congratulating you on your decisive electoral victory, a grand slam worthy of the Hanshin Tigers. We in Canada are hoping for similar results from our newest Toronto Blue Jay, Kazuma Okamoto. After all, Canada and Japan have learned from each other as we've grown for over a century. Les relations entre le Canada et le Japon sont riches et variées. Nous avons des échanges culturels soutenus et notre relation commerciale est substantielle et prometteuse. Avec l'accord de partenariat transpacifique global et progressiste, nos entreprises et nos travailleurs bénéficient d'un libre-échange entre nos pays. Nous sommes des partenaires importants en matière de sécurité. Canada and Japan are close economic, security, and G7 partners. Our armed forces patrol the Asia-Pacific together. Two-way trade is over $40 billion. Japan is one of Canada's largest investors. Nearly 3/4 of the vehicles manufactured in Canada are made by Japanese companies. And over 10% of the food imported into Japan comes from Canada. We do much, but we're ready to do much more. And that's a common theme of our government. So my government was elected with a clear mandate to build boldly with a speed not seen in generations. And we're acting. We've cut taxes on incomes, capital gains, and housing. We have a super deduction in place for write-offs of all investment, a host of clean energy tax credits. We're catalyzing $1 trillion in investment over the next 5 years in energy, AI, ports, and new trade corridors. We are doubling government investment in defense-related R&D for next-generation capabilities in AI, quantum, robotics, and autonomous systems, and we discussed some of this in our meeting. Our defense industrial strategy will unleash over $500 billion in investment over the next decade. As the Prime Minister mentioned, our partnership has 6 priority areas. First, most importantly and fundamentally, we are enhancing our security and defense cooperation through information sharing, technology transfers, cooperation in maritime security, and establishing a new cyber policy dialogue so we can rapidly detect and deter cyber attacks. Secondly, we are strengthening our economic security with robust supply chains and strategic technologies, consistent, Prime Minister, with the insights of your book, what you've long argued about the importance of strategic economic sectors. That means reliable access in space-based communications, semiconductors, rare earths, SMRs, fusion, clean energy technology, AI, and sovereign cloud. As part of this, we're expanding our existing cooperation within the G7 Critical Minerals Alliance to secure reliable stockpiles and build our processing capacity. The third priority is to strengthen our already significant trade and investment relationship to a new level. And that's close collaboration to connect the Trans-Pacific Partnership and the European Union trading bloc, something we'll discuss this evening. It's having trade missions, such as the Team Canada mission that will be coming here in the next few months. And it's having discussions, as I will have tomorrow, with CEOs of Japan's most important companies to discuss new investment opportunities in both our economies. Fourth, we're building energy and food security. The Prime Minister and I have directed our officials to identify opportunities to collaborate in LNG, in nuclear technologies, in hydrogen, as well as other clean technologies. Canada is in a position where we can double our LNG exports within the next by the end of this decade, and double again by the end of the following decade. We already export $6 billion in agri-food and seafood products to Japan, and we can do much more. Fifth, we are expanding our cooperation on the Arctic and climate, strengthening our scientific and technological collaboration and supporting innovation in net zero industrial processes and clean power generation. And finally, most fundamentally, the new Canada-Japan comprehensive strategic partnership will expand people-to-people exchanges, academic and cultural exchanges, from scholarships to new youth mobility, cooperation mechanisms, and beyond. Ces progrès s'appuient sur les liens de longue date entre nos peuples. Près de 130 000 Canadiens et Canadiennes d'origine japonaise habitent au Canada. Plus d'un demi-million de Canadiens se rendent au Japon chaque année. We have much in common, and we're enriched by each other's cultures, perspectives, and histories. This is a strong foundation on which we can build something even better, more prosperous, more ambitious. Finally, Prime Minister, as you know, there is a Japanese proverb that articulates the opportunity ahead of us in these difficult times globally. Ame fute ji katamaru. After the rain. Thank you. After the rain, the ground grows firmer. Adversity tests our strength and builds it. So today, we are taking our first steps on firmer ground together. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Arigatou gozaimashita. Thank you very much.
以上をもちまして共同記者発表を終了いたします。皆様ありがとうございました。プレスの皆様は高市総理とカーニー首相が退場するまでそのままでしばらくお待ちください。